Hello, everyone. Welcome to THH StarCraft. This is another in the THH first tourney here. So we've got Tillium spawning as the blue Zerg in the top middle of the screen, and you have Vast spawning as the red Zerg in the bottom middle of the screen.
Yeah, and this is an interesting map for a ZVZ matchup, since lately it seems that ZVZ has just gone to whoever can get Banelings out first. But this is, since the distances are so long in this map, I'm not really sure if that would cater to that playstyle so much.
You definitely think about it as a Zerg player who would rely on speedlings or would rely on rushing more often. At least at the start, you definitely you're very aware of it. You're very aware of the kind of the short air distance,
Right.
especially against Terran and Protoss.
Yes, definitely. That's certainly something you'd be aware of as you're picking the map.
Yeah, I guess I did pick this map for Tillium because he asked for my advice, and I really probably should have gone with Steps of War or something for him.
It is a good-looking map.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, as we'll see kind of further on, you made the right choice. So it's just a.
It looks like a good Zerg map just due to how close these expansions are. If you look, there's tons of expansions, and it would be really easy to spread creep and all that kind of stuff. But I guess when I was thinking about it, I didn't really think of against Zerg as the opponent. So.
And I gotta mention something here. So in all these games in the tournament, I played different opening. Normally Zerg would fast expand, and in all the games that I played, I went single base to start, and that was definitely because of earlier games versus Daryl, where I just got my ass kicked from trying to fast expand, and I felt that single expansion was the way to try out, get that early gas, and hopefully tech up a little quicker.
I have to ask, what exactly were you doing with your Overlord here, Tillium? Because typically you're on a two-player map, you're going to go straight for the other person's base, but were you just trying to look for a fast expansion on the gold, or you just really didn't know what was going on?
It's vast, so I was running away.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we should mention that this is the second game in this matchup, since we're just casting one game from each matchup, and Vast did take game one.
Yeah, I think in the first one I put my Overlord too close and I actually forgot about it. So this time I figured I just put them over something to know when he expands.
That's the worst. That's the worst fear as a Zerg player. It happens. It's happened to me so often. It's just one of those things you just burn into your head after making the mistake so many times. Like I did it so often when I was learning to play. So many times. I still do it, and it's as a Zerg player, you just felt so noobish when it happens.
Yeah, I do it constantly.
So it looks like both of us are going for Zerg speed here. We're just standard tech up, no fast expansions. We're sneezing, and I've got some Zerglings headed out.
And it looks like
I'm. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, yeah, you have the Zerglings headed out, and the worker count. Timpani just pulled ahead a little bit, but it's pretty close right now. Income is pretty close as well.
Yep. Looks like I've already started heading towards going for my lair, going for the tier 2 units, and looks like Tillium's well on his way also. And so definitely I'll kind of call off some stuff that I was thinking. So I'm waiting for a timing push here. I'm waiting for that speed. Looks like I just got it. So just waiting for a few more Zerglings, and then I'll go in and take a look. And that's all that I was doing here. I needed to come in. I needed to check, is he double gassing? What other buildings are in here? And then, and then I just let my Zerglings die. Possibly not the best choice.
You still were able to get some pretty solid info, and it looks like Tillium went ahead and threw up 2 spine crawlers just in case you had more Zerglings on the way.
Right, and so that's definitely one thing Tillium's going to be wondering is, okay, he just came in, he made a push, so now definitely Tillium is going to want to make a push against me, and
am I going to prove you wrong?
So I went in, I saw no Evo chamber, so I went straight for mutas, hoping for a quick muta build and get across there and do some damage to his economy. On the bottom left-hand corner there, you can see Tillium's come in with some Zerglings, and man, if he had run into my base right now, it would have been lights out.
Yeah, it looks like you only had one spine crawler, your one queen, and a few Zerglings, and not much else.
Yeah, and all he would have, I was making another spine crawler, but all he would have needed to do there is, you know, come in and you know, would have had some good damage.
Yeah, it looks like he's electing to move his Zerglings completely away from your base.
Well, you've got your drones blocked off pretty well.
You did throw up a Baneling nest though, which was pretty smart.
Yeah, actually, I didn't see that. So yeah, we've got some Banelings coming in here. So you went for lair and then you switched to Banelings. So looking to come in and do some exploding.
Did your sneeze send you like 3 feet away from your mic?
It sounded like it would have.
So one other thing here is, so I got the mutas out. They're going to head across, but kind of one other thing to comment. So you got the Banelings. They're all coming in. I've tried to set up the base really tight so that it would be really difficult for Zerglings to get surrounds off on any of my units. And that can kick, you know, you can really, that can be bad when the other player comes in with a whole bunch of Banelings.
Yeah, and it looks like you're doing some pretty solid damage against his base with your mutas up here.
Yeah, so we're both microing at his base right now, so we put the fight on the southern part on hold. Oh, looks like we're going in now. So Zerglings in there trying to kill those other Zerglings, and then Banelings coming in here, gonna try and hit that. Yeah, definitely do a ton of damage there. Took out a spine crawler, but I would have said, Tillium, I would have gone for the workers in that case. I would have, you know, dragged him for the workers.
I realized that the game after this one, actually, when I went online and played another Zerg player who successfully hit me with Banelings.
Gotcha. So you're doing all the right things here. You've got a Spire coming up. You've got an Evo chamber. It's just, you know, I have 3 mutas in your base, and they're kicking the shit out of those drones. But you're doing all the right crisis management actions.
Yeah, it looks like if you would have managed to put that Spire up just a little earlier, you might have had a better shot at defending this. And then it looks like you're sending some more Zerglings here on the side.
Yeah, at this point, I've got a really good view on his base. I'm building more mutas. I'm sending them across. I'm trying to keep them away from that Spore Crawler and just kill workers. But obviously now what's happened is he's got the second Spore Crawler up. And, oh, the mutas have done enough damage to kill it. I didn't even realize that. But so now I've got more Zerglings coming in, and it's starting to shift in my favor. Tillium's worker count is dropping.
Yeah, he's down to 10 Harvesters, which is a huge blow to his economy. And there goes
Since
that
there's
queen.
a minute and a half of a game left, it looks like that's usually how long I make excuses for at the end of the game. I'm not sure what I stayed around for.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, maybe you did get Corruptors out here, so maybe in the back of your mind you thought you would be able to pull back into the game.
And I really don't know like what I was thinking. Like I'm sitting here with like 1,000 minerals. Why am I not expanding? That was really, you know, poor play on my part. Definitely should have expanded. Definitely should have, you know, been doing more.
It looks like you did take the Spire out. And that's
yeah, exactly. So get the Zerglings in there to take out the Spore Crawlers, and then use the mutas to take out the Spine Crawlers.
And Vast wins game 2, takes the matchup, moves on to the next round. Good games.